Let it rock. Let it rock for me. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our new theme song for our Live from the Burbs. Good evening. This is us, Mr. and the Mrs. Live from the Burbs. We're back. We've been gone for a minute. A lot has gone on since we've been gone.
True.
First thing we want to do is thank all the new followers, 800 strong and counting.
Yes, thank
People
you.
checking in from wonderful places, from India to Pakistan to Venezuela, Haiti, Nigeria, a diaspora of Myanmar. Beautiful countries, beautiful people. God bless you all. We appreciate the fellowship. We appreciate you being part of our conversation and taking an interest in what we're doing here. Usually,
and the U.S. Let's
not leave out the hometown.
Leave out the home.
We got folks checking in from all over the country. It's beautiful. We're up to 800 followers on the new spot, Live from the Burbs, and we're looking for your support to get us to 1,000. So we're gonna look for that 1,000 too. And we appreciate all the views, all the comments, all the likes, love, all the messages, even the crazy ones. We appreciate y'all for checking us out.
Definitely.
We've been away for about a week and more.
Yes.
I usually start off the show by asking the missus how her week has been, but I know exactly how her week has been because she's been taking care of us, perhaps in overtime mode, because on a very serious note, we've been dealing with a medical situation, crisis here in the household. We've actually, a number of us came down with COVID. Before the leader of the free world did his victory lap around the VA hospital and all that a couple of weeks back, 3 of our kids went to a local football game, cheerleading rally for the middle school.
Because our son plays football for the local town, and he wanted.
He does in normal times.
In normal times, but he didn't want to play this year because of COVID. But he wanted to go and root on his fellow teammates who he's played with for years. So he wanted to go. The girls wanted to root on their friends who were cheerleaders, and
So that's the beginning of our COVID storyline here.
Yeah.
You'll notice me sipping tea, and I'll probably look a little flushed. I'm not my normal
ginger
vibrant self because I have been under the throes of this thing for like the last week and a half, and it has had me under it. I am just now up and around and interacting without my mask. I need to. The kids are in bed now, so. But I've been heavily quarantined and under it, like big time. Heartfelt sympathies to anybody who has experienced it, anyone who's lost family currently suffering coronavirus. Because let me tell you, so we telling the story from the beginning. Kids went to a little local event. They had their masks. They had their instructions from home to, 6 feet, stay away from people, whatever.
Right. Yes.
A couple days after they came back from that, one of our daughters started having this horrible cough, like she had smoked like packs a day. Started coming down with all kind of symptoms. Come to find out that one of the moms was getting extra friendly with kids around the damn event.
On the field.
Hugging them up. And then, you guys are cheerleaders. Oh, I love you. No, I don't have any coronavirus or anything. Hugging up kids, touching them up, being all close to them, kind of like that Utah Jazz player touching up the reporters' mics. And that is how it got into our house.
Yeah.
And
so we caught COVID.
Two of the three kids who went came down with it. High risk dad came down with it. Some days later, bunches of the younger siblings started showing symptoms.
Yes.
And the symptoms, oh man. So we shout out to Dr. Patel.
Very real, guys. Very
Dr. Patel got us through this, but it's terrible. I have never experienced any illness like it, like ever. It has like similarities to for me. So one of the things about this thing is it's so different, divergent, and does so many different things to different people that it's just nuts. For me, it had like symptoms of bronchial. So I started off with a pain about this big in the middle of my chest, and the next day it was like this big, and then the next day it was my whole chest. So usually I get like stuffy nose in allergy times, and it will postnasal drip me, and then I'll get some chest stuff. So I'm used to chest stuff, but the chest stuff without any head thing, that was different. So my chest was just filling up with something. From there, the symptoms and the kicker is the can't taste. You lose your taste, your sense of smell,
Yeah.
feeling food in your mouth, and you know what the food is supposed to taste like, but you can't
Can't
taste
taste
it.
it.
That's and the doctor said that's actually the telltale symptom. All tests and everything else aside, if you can't taste, you got something, and it feels like you got something and you can't taste.
Stay home, guys. Try
Stay
not to
home and
go
stay away
out.
from people
Stay
because
away. Because it is
it
very
is.
real. If anybody is thinking for a second that COVID is not real, that it is a hoax, we are here to tell you that we know firsthand that it is not, and it is a very serious infection. And we are truly blessed and grateful that we had the lot of the family. Even I came down with it as well, but I was one of the people who did not have any symptoms besides a sneezing and a itchy nose. Other than that, I was fine. So to
I
have
was not fine.
11 people in the house and
Oh
everyone
boy, was I not fine.
treated COVID so differently, and their symptoms were so different. But we all definitely had it. We all were tested, and we're just grateful and thankful to the Lord that we all pulled through. No one had to visit a hospital or leave the home, and we were able to pull together. And I was able to care for everybody and give them all the vitamins,
Keeping
love,
us
and
moving
care,
and keeping us.
keeping everybody
There were
moving.
points where it felt like one of my lungs was going to like literally stop working. The
Mm,
night times were especially difficult.
mm.
That fever thing they tell you about, I didn't get a fever till like close to the end of my symptoms. Got like little sporadic fevers. Fever is not the telltale.
Fever does
Fever is
not
not the
control.
telltale. So all the temperature check sites, that's not the thing. I'm
Very
sorry to
low,
tell you
low
that.
grade fevers, guys. Even the
Um,
little ones didn't catch a fever. I
yeah,
think only one of our 5-year-old is the only one who had a low grade fever of like 99. And other than that, she didn't have any other problems or symptoms besides maybe sneezing every once in a blue. But other than that, she was really, really well. Still energetic and bouncing around the house,
kids
even
are
with it.
resilient.
Yes,
Kids are
they
resilient.
absolutely are. But we thank you guys once again for supporting us and tuning in. If you guys want to join in the conversation, hit that link in the comment bar or on the page and join us. If you have any questions for us, type them in. We'll be great to answer them.
Hmm.
But as we go on tonight, we also want to talk about voting and everybody making sure you get them voting ballots
Hmm.
and go out and vote. It
That's an
is
interesting.
important.
That's an interesting point because we're talking about coronavirus, and now you mentioned voting. Coronavirus has become a political issue somewhere along
But
the
it's
way.
not.
From the acknowledgement of the disease existing to the precautions that need to be taken or don't need to be taken, to whether there should be quarantine, whether people should be out, whether people should be working, whether the economy should stop, start, restart, whatever, has become a political issue. Something that's very, in normal times, we in the new normal, and it's
The
not
new
normal.
normal.
Um, Things that were um, that used to be matters of different kind of inquiry and different kind of thought are now political issues. So based on who you would vote for or who you like, that's going to decide whether you believe there's an illness or not. Oh, by the way, some of the biggest deniers of it, your boy got it now. So,
Yeah.
hey, that's all I'm going to say about that. Wish everyone well. And wouldn't wish
Don't wish
illness,
any ill
virus, or
on
anything on
anyone,
anyone. Um,
especially
but
not this.
but it's real, and
Very
to
much.
put people's lives at risk by proclaiming something not real or saying it's a hoax feels irresponsible to me. But who am I to talk? I'm just a guy who just
Went through
suffered through it,
it. Just went through it.
and not nearly as bad as many
As
people.
many, yes.
And
And we do
God
not
bless those.
foreshadow any of the people who have lost their lives to this disease, to this infection, or people who have suffered immensely from this. We are just one of the few lucky people and families who did not lose a loved one or
Things
a
could have
life
been
to
much
this.
worse, and thank God they were not.
Definitely very grateful.
But voting, you mentioned voting.
Voting is very important, guys. If you we got our mail-in ballots in the mail this week, we will be going in to pull that lever though. As
Well, if I'm off quarantine, but well, how much
well,
time do we have left?
we got until next
I don't
Friday.
even know what day it is. to tell you honestly, like I said, I've been under it. I don't know what day, what.
We got into next Friday. So
all I know is it's 2020.
We got into next Friday. So we still have to do a 14-day quarantine after no signs or symptoms. So we are currently in our 14 days as of now because a lot of the symptoms, he was the last one to have symptoms. So our 14 days started a little later. We got until next Friday to be able to come out of quarantine. So we are stuck inside for another week.
We got quarantine inside of quarantine. We were already locked away, but now it's like, for just cause, you people especially, you need to be inside. And that's, oh man, it's tough. But I've been like, in a what do you call it? What they call it on a Breaking Bad? A fugue state. Bless you.
Thank you. Had to sneeze. I had to sneeze. I'm trying to tell you.
This is sneezing. This isn't the theme.
But it is also fall, so we also get fall weather. Colds.
Fall is allergy season.
Come on, it's still allergy
season. It's allergy season. When I first started coming down with symptoms, I said to the missus, I'm like, wait, I have allergies. She's like, no, you're not allowed to get allergies this year.
Like no one's allowed to have a regular cold right now, which is so messed up. You can't even cough. You can't even sneeze.
You can't sneeze
without somebody saying you got COVID. Like no, but it's okay.
Isn't it interesting what this whole scenario has done to the psychology of people? It's like
we forgot about all the other colds. It's still flu season, guys. Definitely still wash your hands. Still get out there. Do what you got to do. Flu season is very real. If you believe in getting your flu shot, go for it. If you don't, protect yourself.
Especially dangerous this year. Because flu season is coming on top of this already rampant
it's
thing that's going on.
It's scary.
Flu season is going to be.
It is very, very scary.
And in hurricane season, it's something. We don't need any more tragedies 2020. So, whoever's running this thing, whoever's running this 2020 thing, whoever can go get Doc and Marty and the time machine or whatever and just,
go back, change things,
do what you can for us.
2020
we should find a way to go back from 2020.
It's almost 2021.
And warn people in 2015.
We're hopeful that 2021 is going to be a fantastic year. I am praying on it. I feel that it will be a blessed year, a new year. Even better year.
I know
but it's so many people prevailed in this year too. So we got to think about the people who were successful in this year too. I mean, come on. There's a lot of good things that happened to certain people too. Come on.
This is bubbling tonight.
Just saying.
She knew I was going to be like hindered, so she's like ready to.
I'm ready to listen.
So 2021, you think people are putting too much stock in 2021 already? I think it's setting up for disappointment because people are already so much thinking like, okay, once the calendar turns, we're going to be out of this 2020 funk and we good to go. I don't think so. I think we'll still be dealing with the lingering consequences and effects of this nightmarish year for some time to come. People have lost jobs. People have lost lives. People have a lot of very stuff that's not easy to recover from has and continues to happen.
Well, we're about to see what this winter has for us, in store for us for sure. Everybody brace yourself for the winter because the last winter we were stuck inside on some serious quarantine. So
the power started going out.
And we're going to see what happens this winter. And I'm sure the
shout out to the power grid. We want you to keep it lit this year.
We do not want our power to go out this year.
Because we can't refuge in a hotel.
Oh my gosh, if we have an ice storm or a snowstorm and the power goes out, that will be, oh my gosh. I wouldn't know what to do. That would be, wow. I don't even want to think like that. I really don't. I don't even want to put that in my mind.
But back to
we're not even going to speak that into
2021.
People.
You were speaking some positive, and I hope you can speak it into existence that 2021 will be this marvelous comeback year of sorts. But do you think we may be psychologically putting too much into 2021 as a whole, as a people, as a world?
I think we all have to feel like we look forward to something. We all have to look forward to something. This year has been so horrible for so many that we all have to find a silver lining in this thing and look forward to something. And we look forward to something. It just makes it easier for us to all deal with. I think this makes it easier to cope with as well. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot on everyone.
It has been a lot. I've been noticing the timelines and seeing friends and acquaintances and relations having like interesting posts about like their mental well-being
Mm,
and feeling down and
mm.
feeling like in a funk. There seems to be like a big mass funk
Yes.
that
That's going for
we're trying hard to
2020.
fight. We're trying hard to fight it. But I mean, this thing started off back before the disease hit full strength. We lost Kobe, and
Yeah.
things just went downhill from there.
Yeah.
And just all years, it's been tragedy after tragedy after. It's
After
just
more tragedy. Well, the mental illness is very real. Depression is very real. And a lot of people are
and
going
this
through
has to be
depression.
doing
I'm
a
doing a
number.
doozy on so many
Whether your
people.
mental health was in line, on the fence, whatever, this year has put everything to the test. I think.
All means, like I said, I tell you guys before, reach out to your loved ones, reach out to people who you know live alone, reach out to people who live with other
Yes.
people to see how they're doing, just to
Yes.
check on their mental illness and their mental health is so important. To even if you haven't talked to people in a long time, pick up that phone, send a message, go through Facebook, do something to reach out to people. There's no harm in it. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy. I'm sure people are welcoming at this point to speak
They
to an
need it.
old friend,
They need it.
or because you're
We
not
need it.
going out
We
being
need it.
social anymore. We all need it. We all need it. No one's out being social because you're not going to social gatherings like we used to be. There's so
The
much fear
barbecue.
in
We lost the
things.
barbecue. We lost
We
the.
lost a lot of parties, a lot of things.
We're about to lose Thanksgiving.
We lose. Yes. Oh my gosh, the
There's
brave
people talking about
families that
not.
are going to
There's
put their
people talking
families
about
together.
not celebrating Christmas
Oh my
to
gosh.
save some money.
To save
Like,
money.
come on, you got to give the kids something.
Give the kids
After this
something to
year,
look forward to. I can't
man,
see not celebrating Christmas in our home. We definitely will be celebrating Christmas in our home. Our kids have to have something to look forward to, and we do try to plan little things to have them to look forward to because it's been so bleak. They haven't been able to hang out with their friends and be social, and I can't
and then the
imagine
one time we.
Thanksgiving without our families.
How about that? The one time we did try to give them because they're virtual learning and
Yeah,
the whole nine.
they're all
Um,
virtual. Yeah.
the one taste of normalcy we tried to give them and letting them go to this little event, and
Boom. They,
this is how it turned out.
this is how it turned out, guys. I don't know,
Half the
but
family getting sick.
now
So
they
that's
know when mom says no, you can't go. I don't hopefully get
so.
too
Let
much
me ask you
pushback.
when the school comes when the school reviews their. They said they're gonna start the year in a certain way, and then they're gonna take stock at a certain point and say,
Right.
all right, now we're gonna see, if we want to if they reopen for
Fully.
October for
Well, they
November.
are. They're opening in
What,
October.
what is your stance on whether or not our kids
Our
will
kids
be
will not be attending. We'll still stay for personal reasons. First of all, I believe since we just dealt with COVID, to say October 1st, my kids are going to go into mainstream
where are they on
school.
October 9th?
I mean, I'm sorry, November 1st, that our kids are going to go into mainstream school again.
Excuse me.
Well, doesn't make a lot of sense. I feel like it's flu season. And when every parent knows when your kids haven't been around other kids for a long period of time and they go around other kids, they get sick like that. It is so easy to catch a cold. It's so easy to catch the littlest thing. So all they need is one fever, and the school is sending them home, and they're back to virtual anyway. I'm not even going to put
That's
myself
just
through that.
a summer away, and then they go back.
Yeah.
And then
September is always
people
the
get
year,
sick like boom,
the,
boom, boom, boom.
the
So
beginning
after
of the year.
months, after like 9 months of
Yeah.
being
away
locked
from
away
everyone.
from regular human contact, regular interaction with germs, even
With germs, with
with
other
regular
people, with
germs,
other people's germs.
with other people's germs.
Plain and simple.
It's almost like we've
We're gonna
out
brave
of
it in the
necessity.
spring. We're not gonna do it now.
We've done it out of necessity, but we kind of weakened our own ability to fight things off by just
Definitely.
being
Yeah.
cooped up and
I think
away
we're
from
gonna.
things and out of the sunlight.
I think our kids are gonna brave school back towards the end of the school year, like right
Like
before
what,
it's
the
over.
spring?
No, yeah, the spring.
They'll.
We'll do the last. Maybe
I
we'll
wonder if
do
they're
the
gonna do the
last 2
senior
months.
trip.
We'll see. We got some graduates this year
We do.
going into high school, and I do want them to have that school feeling. We do have a kindergartner. We want that whole nostalgia for them. So we probably will try it just later on
Speaking
when the
of
sun
things,
comes back.
things to look forward, things to look
The
forward
sun
to.
comes back.
But the virtual schooling is not easy. Talking to the principal and the headmistress over here.
I don't know. How are you guys doing out there with virtual school? If you got kids at home and you're doing virtual schooling,
We should
how are
talk
you
some
guys
teachers. We
doing?
should have some teachers on
Because
I would like that.
real.
because there's some educators out there. We have a couple in our network.
We do. We should
Um,
enhance. We do. We got to reach out to them and see if we can have them on, talk to us, and see
Because
how
I want to
they're
know how the
doing with
teachers,
this.
yeah, how the teachers
Because
holding up.
not
Because we
only
know
do they have
from our
to
end.
teach their own kids virtual
Oh
schooling,
man,
they got to work.
that's true. That's true.
Come on, and you got to teach a good 50, 60 other kids. It takes a lot. It takes a
And
lot.
thinking about the teachers, somehow I had thought of them in this kind of bubble. I hadn't thought of the fact that a lot of the teachers are parents too. So their
Yes.
kids are home
Yes.
homeschooling while they're trying to work from home, which is
Absolutely.
educating other people's kids.
Yes.
And oh, what a nightmare 2020. Go away. And don't let 2021 be anything like you. Although I fear personally that it's going to be much the same.
Mm.
That 2021 is going to be a big letdown because
He
this
is just
nonsense
so
ain't
not
going on.
optimistic. We're gonna shake some optimism in this man because
Uh,
I have to be optimistic. I know it's gonna be great. It's gonna be. I'm looking forward to
I'm
a
ever the
change.
realist, ever the realist, and ever the patient now. Because man,
We are total opposites. We really are total
always
opposites.
always done one. But that's what
Oh
makes
my
it work. That's what
gosh. I
makes it
guess
work.
so. I guess so. I am always the hopeful, optimistic, and he's the opposite, guys.
I am the realist.
That's what he
See
calls
that
himself.
snake? That snake's gonna bite you. Oh, it's a nice snake. No, it's going to bite you. See?
He's a mess. He's a mess.
Oh man.
Mm-mm.
Oh man. But I really hope that I hope something good has to happen. And it's not gonna be any magic bullet out of the voting or the election or anything like that. I wish it
Mm-hmm.
were. I know what I hope to see happen, but even then, what a mess to have to clean up.
Well,
Whoever's gonna be running this thing, what a mess to clean up going into the
I don't know.
future.
I don't know. I was talking to a friend today, and he was asking me a question. He said, "Do you believe that Trump really has COVID?"
Hmm.
He spent
Why is that?
24 hours, 48 hours in the ICU, and then came right back out and looked perfectly
And
healthy.
did
He
the
was on
victory
air,
lap
did a
around the
victory lap and
the
everything.
ICU.
How did you feel about that? Did you
Oh
feel that he
man.
really has it, or
So
is he
first up,
doing it for
so
political
so
reasons?
here's the interesting thing. There's been so much conversation about this. The conversations have made me think more about us as a society than about Trump and whether or not Trump has something or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that we live in a point in time where things happen. Remember when things used to happen and they just used to be?
Mm-hmm.
That Mike Wallace would come on the news at night and tell us what happened, and that's what happened. Now
Right.
it's like, did that really happen? Was that a publicity stunt? Everything has become a marketing spin campaign, and you have to second guess and second look at everything as though it might be not just conspiracy theory. Although I'm a big believer that conspiracies run the world. You
Well,
know,
the more social
two or more
media,
people getting together to do something and not telling others about it, that's a conspiracy. By definition, most businesses, governments, human endeavor is all conspiracy. Because I conspire with you to go do something. We're going to sell pizzas. I'm conspiring with you. We're going to go sell pizzas. Right? It's not some big, crazy smoke and mirrors, whatever. We're going to do this and we're going to tell those people over there that. We're not going to tell them that our pizza has a lot of salt in it so they could get high blood pressure. We're not going to tell them that. Right? That's just facts. That's how human beings have operated since the beginning of time. Everything is a conspiracy. But that aside, um, whether or not the president has, so to my mind, I see limited benefit in someone in the. If I'm his ad manager, if I'm his PR guy, I don't see the benefit. Oh, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna say you got this thing that you've been saying doesn't exist and is gonna go away like the flu, and it's not really a big thing. We're gonna, say you have it, unless the point is you're gonna get it and you're gonna say, hey, look, I got it and I beat it. It's not really a thing,
mm,
right? But for all of those people around him in that White House space to have
mm,
come down with it,
mm.
I don't. I think the chickens just came home to roost. I think this thing is so rampant and so random. That's the scary thing about COVID. It is random.
It is
It's
very
like
random.
it don't care who you are, walk of life, rich, poor. You touch the wrong thing, you touch your face, somebody sneezes around you, whatever, bang, that's you.
Sit.
And in some ways, that's the purest democratic view. I mean, that's like it doesn't favor anybody. It's totally diseases are fair.
Diseases are
Diseases are
fair.
fair. They don't discriminate and they don't
Diseases do
care.
not discriminate. Do
What you
not care
thought you
about
had
race,
going
creed, or
on,
color.
what you had going on, doesn't matter. COVID says, F what you had going on. I'm here now. I'm in your body now. And that's, I don't think anyone can escape that. I don't think anyone's above that. No matter how well tended to, looked after, or in a bubble a person is, there's certain things that you cannot, something like this, you can't escape. So, they tell me he's got it. I don't pay much mind to his tweets. He tweets
Not
all
anymore.
kinds of nonsense.
I think when he first was elected, he used to always watch his tweets.
But everybody follows him on Twitter.
I don't.
Every single person.
I don't.
Yeah, stop.
I don't.
All the rest of you follow him on Twitter. I know you do.
I don't.
I know you do. It's like watching a car wreck.
You guys follow him on Twitter. Y'all follow the president on Twitter.
Do you follow Donald Trump on Twitter?
Do you wait?
Tell me you don't. He has like 1 billion followers. Everybody in the free
I'm
and
not one of the
world
billion.
this,
I am definitely not one of the billion.
This individual.
Yes, for sure.
But yes. So interesting question. It's interesting that we even have the conversation of does he or doesn't he? That I don't want to take this in the wrong direction, because you hear about those guys that were going to kidnap the governor.
Yes.
Good Lord.
Oh, what governor? Of what state?
Michigan, I think.
Michigan.
Barry doesn't believe he has it. And all due respect to you, I mean, the guy's a liar.
I don't think he has it either, Barry.
he's
a
liar.
Think he has it either.
He has shown his ability and his love for telling not truths. So he was the first one out on Twitter saying that he had it. That in itself causes some hey, really, you just coming out Trump. Yeah. But either way, I don't want to say. I often say I don't care. I often say that, and people take it the wrong way, right?
He loves that word.
It doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect what choices I'm going to make from here to forward. So therefore, it's irrelevant to my life. So I don't care.
I just wanted to know, because I'm like this. Do you think it was a political stunt or not? I feel like it totally is. I feel like it's part of it.
I feel like the fly on Mike Pence's head was a political stunt. I didn't watch the vice presidential debate, but
he's
I know
got
about
something,
the fly.
but not COVID. There he says, yeah, exactly. He definitely has something, but it ain't COVID, and he definitely has something.
Might be a number of things going on. I like that photo. Thanks for that comment, Barry.
I definitely believe he does have something.
Oh, I think he got a lot of some things.
Thank you, Joanne, for your prayers. Amen. Thank you for that for us, because she was saying that for us. You didn't put it up there, but I see you.
We see you.
But yeah,
we see a great many things. But whether you believe, whether you don't believe, whether you
got crazy
take
is
part
what he got.
in the
he's got crazy. He's just trying to find any way to make himself look good for everything the polls in some kind of way.
Everything
trying
is
to big himself up.
A circus. Everything is a circus. And when you take circus performers, you take reality TV stars and you make them political officials, what do you expect? We have done a lot to ourselves as a world, as a society, and it's our own fault. We follow these people, we put them in charge, we give them our full attention, we give them our support, we create these monsters. And then we got to live with the monster and everything that comes with them. And that sucks. But that said,
it does suck. It definitely does.
So you can't.
But at the end of the day, get out and vote, because we can make that change
Get out and vote.
to something else, and it doesn't have to be the same old, same old. We don't have to.
Different brand of cereal.
We can get a different brand of crazy.
You can have Rice Krispies, or you could have Frosted Flakes. And that's your choice, America. This or that.
I know.
I don't feel very much like a choice at all. What was I saying? We're going up against the. This is a very un-NBA fan of me.
What?
The finals is on right now.
Oh,
as Barry reminds us.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And LeBron's
Shame
about
on
to
him.
win this. LeBron, who broke the world record for you.
I told you.
You still didn't tell me for what.
Come on, guys. If if you watch it for just a second, what did LeBron win the world record for? He had the most something. I can't remember what it was, and I told him he doesn't believe that.
Basketball skills.
No,
of a human being.
He did, and he didn't believe me. But I'm gonna look it back up again because I couldn't remember.
I like LeBron.
Testing me. Come on now. You know, it's the playoffs. We cannot compete with the playoffs.
Not with our mostly male fan base. Babe, tell them what the Facebook Insights tell us about our viewing population.
I have no idea. I don't know what he's talking about here. He's trying to play with me right now.
Oh no, I'm just commenting. Like we have a lot of men watching. We look at our demographics for like who follows the page and minutes played.
Minutes played. There you go. Thank you. Very
like
appreciate
ever?
it.
Like over
yes,
career?
over career. That's what he worked to bring. Yes, thank you. See?
And playoff games. What's that? How is that like?
He had the most nominees for playoffs.
So the guy who
what
ends
the
up
most
getting
nominated player for the playoffs or something like that, Yeah.
The guy who gets the most home runs in the major leagues is not a Guinness World Record.
Well, it's
a major league record. Period. So if he's played the most minutes in NBA games, that's not like the kind of thing that Guinness usually covers, because that's like it's awarding something for like one being a freight train at 35. I wish I could do half of what LeBron could do at 35 when I was 20, when I was 16.
When he was 35.
Good Lord. By the time the knees, they don't talk to me about knees now.
LeBron is awesome. We love LeBron.
LeBron's incredible. The stuff he does off the court is even more incredible.
Because he opened the first school. Didn't he open the first school? Wasn't he the player who opened the first school? I thought, no, he opened the first basketball player to open the first
He opened a school for kids back in his hometown.
Yes, he was the first NBA player to do that.
Promise Academy.
Yes.
He opened the first school.
He was the first NBA player who decided
LeBron invented school.
No, I didn't say he invented school, but he decided to open a school. He's the first NBA player to do that. He's trying to be funny.
I'm just gonna let you just run the show tonight, man.
Whatever. See, y'all want to see us bicker? This is what happens. No,
because
he's not listening. He's trying to be contradicting, guys. He's trying to be condescending.
You are saucy tonight. LeBron's a freight train. He is, and him and Anthony Davis are about to probably win the Lakers another championship in the much storied history of that wonderful franchise. I'm not a Laker fan, but I'm a Laker respecter, and there've been a lot of greats. I love Magic Johnson. I love Kobe. Rest in peace. I love Shaq.
Yeah,
Shaq is a big, big man. I met Shaq once. I come up to Shaq about where our dog comes up to on me. About waist. It's very imposing to stand next to another grown man and have his like belt be like here.
That's just weird.
Yeah, it was weird.
As a petite woman, understandable. I understand that.
All of our children will be taller than both of us.
All my children are taller than me. All my children are taller than me. Yes, much love for Kobe. He loves Kobe. No.
Hey man, as many do. Are we rambling now?
We are rambling.
We into ramble mode?
We are rambling.
We had a point.
he did have
Get out and vote.
We were supposed to be.
And diseases are not a political statement.
No.
Nor are they a political platform.
No.
Diseases are diseases. And human beings are susceptible to disease. And we catch them. And they do bad, nasty things to our bodies. And it doesn't matter what you believe or who you believe. The disease will do bad things to you. You need to protect yourself, protect your loved ones, protect your general community, those you don't even love. Just protect. Protect, be safe.
Absolutely.
I
was ready to let it go at that. He sounded like he closed it out for the night, guys. So I was good with that. But we definitely want you guys to be safe.
One thing before we cut out though. Check us out on YouTube.
Check us out on YouTube.
You may have noticed the name of our page is different now.
Yes.
It is now Live from the Burbs.
Yes.
Versus our
old name. Which we have changed. For other reasons. We changed the name, and we would definitely like you guys to check us out on YouTube. This is our YouTube channel here that's going across on the ticker at the bottom. We are getting ready to post our first family vlog this week. Hopefully it will be up by Thursday or Friday.
I've been in my sick bed listening to her doing
I've been
edits.
doing the edits.
She has a sound man who's like producing music for us.
Yes.
Reach out to the sound guy.
So hopefully you guys will enjoy that.
So we can play more music like the one in the intro. Although I do like playing like clips of actual songs, but I know there are copyright attorneys and things out there that may prohibit that. So we're gonna have our own music. Thank you very much. And
got our own sound guy.
We'll be using it. But I still may play a little intro clips when we do
He
these.
may.
I may.
We may.
We
We may see.
But yeah, so look for us on YouTube. Even if you didn't get to join us in conversation here, we hope you consider doing so in future. And if you come across us somewhere in the Facebook universe, give us a like, give us a
Drop a
love, give us
comment.
one of them huggy things,
Yeah.
give us a face that go like this, whatever.
Drop us a comment.
Drop
Let us
us a
know.
comment.
What do you want us to talk about? What do you want us to hear? What do you want us to say?
What do you think about what we're saying? Do you hear the words coming out of my mouth?
He's crazy.
Just
He's
give me a
crazy.
sign. Give me a sign.
Yes.
Okay? Because
Yeah.
we like the likes, we love the loves.
And thank you again.
We find the comments comment worthy. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
We always respond
bless
to
you.
any and all comments. Please respond. You know, leave us a like, leave us a comment. We love you all. Thank you
Catch
guys.
you on the flip.
Bye.
Love it, everybody.